Alright. So in other words po, the CSW, no, we are doing this CSW as our proposal, no, as our project proposal intended to solve a certain problem. And syempre, before we conceptualize or before we draft the CSW, we need to ask first the availability of the funds, no, from our logistics department or from our finance department, no? Kasi hindi po kasi magja-jive, no? Magko-congruence, no? If we do not have the funding, no? If the finance officer says, yes, we have the fund, we have the money, no, for any kind of project proposal that you want to do, no, or that you want to conceptualize. Okay, so that will be the time that you are going to do your proposal, no. And a proposal is an essential marketing document that helps cultivate an initial professional relationship between an organization and a donor over a project to be implemented. Okay? So, we need to remember also, mga mamin sir, that a proposal can also be funded by another institution or by another group or company, no. Let's say for example, the different international organization are capable of funding a certain project here in our country, no, for a certain government agency, for a certain group, or for any organization, no, who wants to do a certain project, no, for the benefits of the many people, especially for the benefits of the marginalized sector, no. So you can ask some funding or some donors, like for example, no, the IMF or the International Monetary Fund. You can also approach the United Nations, the UNICEF, ano po. Those are, no, some of the examples of the international organization who are capable of funding the projects here in our country, no. Another one from Australia, the Australian Aid, ano po. We also have the some other benefactors, ano po, yung mga Ayala Foundation, 'di ba? The SM Foundation, they are more than willing to sponsor a certain project. No, why? Because if they sponsor a certain project, no, like God, for example, that would mean, no, a discount, no, or an exemption for their tax, no, for their taxes, no. That is why they are very willing, no, they are very willing to sponsor a certain project, no. So who knows, because of your ingenuity or because of your wittiness, no, being smart, you can do a certain project that will help, no, the average people or the poor people in our country, na. Okay, so the proposal or this project proposal outlines the plan of the implementing organization about the project. Okay, so giving extensive information about the intention for implementing it, the ways to manage it, and the results to be delivered from it. Okay, so these are some of the tips, no, in the writing tips, no, of how you compose or how you draft your proposal, no. So your proposal should outline the plan of your implementing organization, no. What is your plan, what you have in your mind, what is your purpose or what is your goal, no, for the project to be conducted. Okay, so of course you have to provide the different information about your real intention, no, not just for the money, no, syempre alam natin na kailangan natin ng funding for our proposal para mapadali, no, ang implementation ng ating mga project. But of course, you need to delineate, no, delineate the different or the comprehensive manifestation or the comprehensive information about your proposal. Okay? So, how are you going to manage it? How are you going to implement? And what will be, no, the expected outcome or output of that project. Okay? So, next po. Another, a proposal po is also a request, diba? Sinabi ko po sa inyo kanina, a while ago, that a proposal is a request for financial assistance to implement a project, no? To implement a project. So, you need the financial assistance because as I have told you before, finances is the blood flow, no? So, without the blood, no, there will be no life for your project. There will be no stronghold, no, for the implementation of the project, for the continuous implementation of the project. Okay? So the proposal outlines the plan of the implementing organization about your project, giving all the information ano po for its implementation. Okay? So this is according to funds for NGOs in 2010. So, naulit lang pala. No, sorry po. So, funds for NGOs ang ating reference for this project proposal. Okay? So, according to RIPOA in 2007, medyo late na po, no? Medyo matagal na. Old na po ang ating reference. So, the document should provide a logical presentation of a research idea, no? So what is that research all about, no? Because if you're going to make a proposal, that is of course a research, no? The research that you're going to conduct, no? Research because you do not know yet the outcome, diba? So kaya po tayo nagre-research or we are looking for any possibility, no, that would help to augment the life or to augment the different works or activities of the people, diba? Of course, for them to have that easy implementation or to ease the burden, ano, of the lives of the people. Okay? So the second one is illustrate the significance of the idea, no? What is the significance? Meaning to say, why is it important, no, and how it is important, who are or who will benefit, no, with this research, no? So those are included in the significance, no? It looks like the significance of the study in your thesis writing, diba? You have this consideration. So for the different groups of people, for the benefits of the different sectors, so you have to include that in your in the description or in the narratives of the of how significance, no, is your proposal to as I have made mention, to the different groups of people, no? So number 3, show the ideas relationship to past actions. Okay, so what is the relevance, no, of this proposal to the other activity or to the other project that you have conducted, diba? So what is the relationship or what will be the help, no, that this proposal or that this activity will do, no, to the people involved or to the beneficiaries, for example, ano po, mga maminser. Okay? And lastly, to articulate the activities for the proposed project, no? You have to mention the different activities. You have to give some detailed information, no, about the different activities that you have to be conducted, no, with regards to your to the proposal. No po, mga maminser. Okay? Next, designing a project is a process consisting of two elements which are equally important and thus essential to forming a solid project proposal. No? So designing a project again is a process. So when we say it is a process, it is procedural, no? It is procedural and therefore you need to do it on a step by step process or procedure. Meaning to say, you have to do it systematically, no? Systematically, because you need to conduct first what should be done first, no? First thing first, sabi natin, ano? So, it involves the project planning or the PP, no? So, the project planning is the formulation of the different project elements, okay? So, next one is the PW or the proposal writing. So, you have to convert your plan into a project document, okay? So, in the project planning pa lang, you have to consider the different elements involved in the project, no? Who are the doers, who are involved, who are the personnel involved in your project proposal, and what are the things or the activities to be carried out, diba? Including, for example, if you are going to conduct a seminar, including the very small details of it should be included, no? Seminar, the food, diba? The budget for the food, the budget for the venue, of course, the budget for the board and lodging of the participants. Is there any professional fees, no? For the resource persons, for the speakers, diba? And also the program, diba? The flow of the program, the day-to-day activities, you have to include that in your project proposal, no? Including the beddings, diba? Including the accommodation of the participants, you have to include that. Including the meals, ano po? Including the meals or what are the foods, di ba? To be served to the participants, no? You have to include that in your project planning. Including the travel expenses po pala, di ba? Hindi lang yung basta madala natin ang ating mga participants in the venue. No, it is not. You have to consider their travel expenses because of the fact that these people has also meager income lang, no? Or konti lang or sapat lang yung kanilang kinikita para sa kanilang family. So, attending your activity is a kind of sacrifice or a kind of another venture on their part, diba? They are willing to attend, but how about the logistics, no? How about the necessities, no, of attending the seminar, no? Something like that. If your proposal is all about the seminar, or it is all about creating, no, some documents or creating some modules or a book, for example, or a video for your project, no, to be shown to the public, diba? So it needs sometimes, no, or it takes time to do a certain project, and it involves many people before you finished doing your project. Ano po? So, in other words, you need to consider too many considerations. Ano po? Too many things, 'di ba, are involved in conducting a certain activity or a certain project. And all of those things should be included in your plan, no, or in your proposal. Okay? So, two major activities are involved in the CSW. Okay? The first one is the project planning, and the second one is the proposal writing itself. Okay? Mga mamin sir. No? Next. So, the next one is getting ready. Yan. So, getting ready to start a project proposal. So from vision to proposal. The first step is to decide what the problem is and develop a rough idea or the vision of how this could be solved, no? So how are we going to do this, no? So magvi-visualize muna tayo, 'di ba? Everything that is in our minds, no? Nasa kaisipan na nating lahat, nasa utak na nating lahat, 'di ba? Ang ating gagawin. So syempre lahat ng vision na 'yon will be put into writing, no? So it will start syempre with the occurrence of the problem. So what is the problem that you need to address, 'di ba? Parang magkakaroon kayo ng survey about the needs assessment, no? So needs assessment muna. You need to address the problem, and of course majority wins, 'di ba? Kung yung problem na yon is significant or dominant enough for all the different problems that are existing, so you need to choose, no, what is the best one, or what is the problem that need to be or the priority, no, to be addressed. Okay, you have to prioritize a certain problem that need to be addressed immediately, no? So you need to conceptualize, or you need to have some plan or some vision how the problem can be solved. Okay, so and the second one is identify the potential funding options. Okay, so as I have said before, it is very important to know if there is the financial capability, no, if your organization is capable enough, no, to spend some money or some funding for your project proposal, then you can do it, no. It is very feasible on your part, no, because you have because you have the money, diba? If you have the money, if you have the fund, if you have the cash, diba, that need to be spent, no, in your project, then go on. Okay, go on, no, do it, diba? So the best thing of course is the financial capability of your proposed project, di po ba mga ma'am and sir? Okay, next po. The third one is build a project proposal team. Yan. So, the third one is organizing, diba? Organizing your team. Experts with more detailed technical knowledge might be part of the team or simply contribute to an initial brainstorming session. Okay? So you need to have some experts, you need to have the organization of your team that are capable enough, no, that you know, or that you can vouch, no, for their capabilities, for their skills, for their talents, no, that are willing, of course, are willing and can do the project or the different activities that you are going to propose. No po, mga mamin sir. Okay? So, after organizing your team, syempre, you have to do some initial brainstorming, no? Uh, or or the meeting, 'di ba? The consultation, the brainstorming, the exchange of the different ideas, no, with regard to your topic. Okay? So, next po. Next, number 4 is hold a kick-off meeting, no? So, yan, para sa lahat ng members, 'di ba? It is helpful, to discuss and develop the proposal in a small team and share drafts with experts of all relevant disciplines, not just from within the administration, but also from outside it. So, the input from the different stakeholders or other specialists with different backgrounds helps bring in the necessary expertise. But also, a larger variety of ideas on how to solve a particular issue and achieve the previously agreed objectives. No, syempre you have that goal or your purpose in your minds, no, that uh, that that will serve, no, as your guiding principles in conducting the project, no. Nandun lang po kayo sa loob or sa box ng inyong goal at ng inyong purpose. Ano ba talaga yung purpose nyo? Kailangan po you have that mindset, no. Kailangan you have that unified, no, or unified goal or unified purpose for all the team members to achieve. Okay? So, kaya it is very important to hold a kick-off meeting, no? Before you can start your project, because two heads are better than one. No? Sabi natin, two heads are better than one. So it is better, no, to have or to solicit the ideas of the different team members in order for you to discuss and develop, no, a concrete proposal or a final proposal. Ano po? That you intended to do, no, that you intend to do for the benefits of the many members or of the many people in your organization or in the marginalized sector, diba? Okay, so next, then we have now the proposal writing. Okay, so the requirements of content and format of proposals differ noticeably from one sponsoring agency to another. No, yan po. It is because of the fact na magkakaiba po ang ating concerns, no? So, different agencies has different concerns, 'di ba? Kung kayo po is public safety, 'di ba? Public safety, sa iba naman po is all about education, no? Sa iba naman po is all about the health, 'di ba? Sa iba naman is all about sports. So, different proposals has different content and format from based on the different agencies requirements. Ano po? So, it really differs. Pero, as I have said po, yun pa rin yun. Proposal or proposal in general. But for the government sector, we have this CSW. No? So while some may provide their own application forms to be filled and others may request online submission of proposals, others will accept a proposal in any format as long as it features the necessary information and does not contradict their conditions. No? Asian United Bank. No? So ito po, Asian United Bank or the AUB. Meron din po tayong ADB ngayon, no, Asian Development Bank, no, that they also finance the different projects, no, for the benefits of the marginalized or the poor families here in our country, no. They sponsor a certain project. Ano po? Sila po ang nagpe-finance. So, kumbaga, they just solicit some or they just ask, no, some proposal from the different agencies who wants, no, to have a certain project, and they are very willing to sponsor, no. So the only thing is that we have to follow, no, we have to follow their requirements, okay, the requirements. So the sponsoring agency po needs some proposals, no, that will follow, no, their mandates, ano po, and of course in a certain period of time because they have the timeline, no, to follow in sponsoring a certain project, no. Yung ating mga international bank, they are very willing po, no, to sponsor a certain project, no. So yun nga lang po, no, the thing is that you have to carefully follow the requirements of the sponsoring agency. Okay? So, is there any question po ba? Dire-diretso na muna tayo, no? So, ako na lang po muna. And then, before you can do it. Okay? Sige po. Next, we have, okay, so this is the required format. The format guidelines for the requested proposal. So, these are just basic or general format. Ano po? General format because as I have said before, there are some government agencies or there are some institution who have their own format, no formatting. So it will be their requirements for us or for the writers or for all the proposals to follow their requirements or to follow their guidelines in writing the proposal. Ano po, mga ma'am and sir? Okay, so the fonts for headings, no, these are just some of the examples or some of the basic requirements, 'di ba? Of how you write, 'di ba? The proposal. Ano po? So you have the font for text portion, 'di ba? You have 12, some are 11, 'di ba? In our institution, it's only 11. The font size is only 11 and it is Bookman. Okay? So margins standard at least 1 inch, okay? So layout, one column, single-sided, 'di ba? Paragraphing, so indented, meron po naman na block form, no? Or the semi-block form. So, the slide that I'm showing you is just the standard, no, of the proposal writing or the proposal formatting. Okay? The figures name, so we have figures, is it numbered, is it Roman numerals, no, something like that. Then the figure captions, so you have the table names, then the table headings, ano po. So these are some of the considerations or the formatting of the standard project proposal. Okay, sir, next po. So a full proposal should have these different parts. Okay, so ito na po yung mga parts that you need to follow in the proposal writing. So number 1, you have the title page, of course. Title page should appear on proposals longer than 3 to 4 pages, no? So, yung title page po natin, nandun yung ating title, syempre, nandun yung institution natin, nandun yung ating writer, nandun yung ating timeline, no? Kailan siya gagawin or kailan siya sinulat, alright? For example, May 2026, okay? So, para bang yung sa thesis, di ba? You also have the title page, and the title page should indicate the project title, the name of the lead organization, ayan, and potential partners, no? Nakalagay po doon, submitted to Asian Development Bank, for example, ano? So, that will be your potential partner. Okay, the place and date of project preparation and the name of the donor agency to whom the proposal is addressed. Okay, so ito na po yung sinasabi ko, no? To be submitted to, for example, yung ating UNICEF, ADB, Australian Aid, ano pa, Khan Academy, no? Just an example, okay? Hindi po nag-sponsor sa akin yung mga yan. I just mentioned them for the discussion purposes, okay? Baka makita nyo to sa somewhere in the social media. So, this is for discussion purposes only, okay? So, number 2 is the project title. So the project title should be short, concise, and preferably refer to a certain key project result or the leading project activity, no? So the project titles that are too long or too general fail to give the reader an effective snapshot of what is inside, okay? So the project title shall indicate everything, no, that the reader or the sponsoring agency need to know, no. it should capture, 'di ba? It should capture their mind of what is really your purpose, of what is really the project is all about. Kumbaga po, if we are going to write the project title, it must be catchy, no? Catchy on their eyes, and at the same time, it's really good to hear, no? The sounds of your title is really acceptable on their part. And syempre, I told you that it should capture every information or every bit of information that they need to require, or that they need to that they are expected to read, no, or to know. Okay? So next, number 3 is an abstract, no? The abstract of your paper, or the abstract is what we call the executive summary. No? So many readers lack the time needed. Yes, it is true, 'di ba? Nakakatamad magbasa kapag sobrang haba ng binabasa natin, 'di ba? So it is therefore useful to insert a short project summary, or the thing that we call executive summary, no? So it is therefore useful to insert a short project summary, an abstract, or executive summary. The abstract should include the problem statement, the project's objectives, the implementing organizations, the project activities, no, that you are going to conduct, and of course, the most important thing is the total budget. No, the total budget cost of your project should be indicated in your executive summary. Okay? So next po, number 4, we have the context, no? So ano tong context na to? What is inside the context? Syempre, this is the body, no? The body of your proposal. This part of the project describes the social, economic, political, and cultural background from which the project is initiated. Okay? So, ano daw po ang sinasabi nito? So, it describes, no? It is the narratives of the social aspect, the economic aspect, the political, and the cultural background from which the project is initiated, no? So the social, or the society, the group of people, no, that will benefit, no, the project, no, the economic, or the economic purpose, no, yung the economic impact, no, of your of the project, no? Is it for the welfare? Is it for the livelihood? Is it for the additional income? Is it to help them ease the burden, no, that they feel, no? So those are some of the economic aspects, no, that your project shall bring in, no? Then the political, ano po ba yung mga political? Meron po ba tayong matatouch, no, na iba't ibang uri, no? Are we going to be one-sided, or are we going to be inclusive, no? Inclusive of the different kinds of people, whoever they are, whatever they came from, no, or whatever they may have, 'di ba? So those are some of the considerations, no, when it comes to the political aspect of the project. And of course, the cultural background, no, we need to elaborate that this is not against on the customs and traditions, or the values, no, that the people has in that particular locality, or in that particular area, because we have to remember the fact that different people from different places or different regions have different cultural background. Ano po? Culture is very important, no? Because we cannot, no, we cannot uh, uh, we cannot get, or we cannot claim, or we cannot deprive them, 'di ba, of their culture, no? Especially when it comes to their customs or the traditions. Ano po? The uh, that they are used to do, no, in their everyday lives. Because when we talk about culture, it is the way of life of the people, no, from one generation to another, no, so they are already used to it, diba? So the thing that we need to consider is only to respect, no, their cultural background. Okay, so yan po ang kailangan nating tandaan, because we are different, no, in many aspects, no, but we can be united, no po, united despite of our cultural, our political beliefs, our economic condition, no, and our uh, society, no, the different societies, yung ating mga ethnicity, 'di ba, yung ating mga indigenous people, no, so those are included in the social aspect, no, of the people. Okay, so we need to consider that, and that is detailed, no, description in the context, no. Kumbaga, our aim is to combat, for example, uh, poverty, 'di ba? We need to combat the hardships, no, that they are suffering, or that the people are suffering right now, 'di ba? So we need to emphasize that the project is there for to help the people, no, and not uh, ibig pong sabihin is that we need to serve the people. Okay? So the project emphasize to serve the people, and not the sponsoring agency to be helped for, or to be helped on, no? So it is all about serving the people. Okay? So next one po is the project justification. Okay? So what is this all about? The project justification is a rationale, no? A rationale that should be provided for the project. So it is divided into 4 subsections, okay? So the project is a rationale. Ano po yung rationale na sinasabi natin, 'di ba? Palagi naman nating nakikita ang rationale. And when we talk about the rationale, it is all about the importance of why the project should be made, 'di ba? Or why did you consider this particular project? What are the benefits, no, that this project will do, no, for the sake or for the welfare of the beneficiaries, ano po? So that is all about rationale, why you are conducting this activity, no, in short. So you have to answer that question in the rationale. Why? What is the purpose? No? So, all about the whys. Di po ba? Ang ating rationale. Okay? So, next. Ayun na. Alright. So, number 1, no, di ba sabi natin, the justification is divided into 4 groups, or into 4 sections. So, the first one, it is the problem statement. Ano po? So, the problem statement provides a description of the specific problem. Okay? So, ilalagay nyo po, ano ba yung problem, no? It is, why, no? Or what is the project all about? Okay? And what is the problem, or the project is trying to solve. Okay, that is very important in order to make a case for the project, no. Let's say, for example, project anong tawag natin doon? Project 3Cs, no? Ano yung Project 3Cs na yon? Tatlo, the big C, we have the collaboration, the cooperation, and the coordination, no? Among the people, or among the employees, no? For example, of the municipal police station, no? For example. So, what are the benefits or what is the project all about, no? O bakit? Why do you need to consider that? So, yung bakit, ilalagay natin sa ating rationale. Okay? So, next one is the priority needs. Ano yung priority needs or the needs of the target group that have arisen as a direct negative impact of the problem should be prioritized, no? So, ano yung needs assessment na ginawa natin? Ano yung result of the needs assessment that we have conducted, no? So, an explanation as to how this decision was reached must also be included, no? Why this project becomes the priority, no? Ano ba yung ina-address talaga nito, 'di ba? Is it really for the benefits of the people or is it just for the benefit of only the 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 writer, no, or the author, for him to gain some monetary considerations, 'di ba? Or is it for only the person and authority to satisfy with your performance, no? So that you will be promoted, you will be get promoted, no? Yes po. No, let us accept the fact that if you do or if you are the author of a certain project, you can include that, 'di ba? As one of your MOVs, no, or the mode of verifications, no, of your papers, no, to be included for your promotion, no? So, hindi po natin maiaalis, 'di ba? Yung reality, no, that we are doing this, no, it is because of the fact that we are aiming for a certain promotion, 'di ba? Yes, you are aiming for a certain promotion and you can include, no, all the papers that you have, the proofs of evidence that you have to present, no, for the forthcoming promotion. Ano po? Pero we need to have it in our minds that whenever we are trying to make a proposal, we need to do it to address the needs of the people, no, in order to augment the lives of the people, no, in order for the project to help, 'di ba, in any way, the project can, no, for the welfare and for the sake of the many, no, of the many people and not just on the selected few, no. Tandaan po natin that it should address, no, the problem of the people and not to satisfy your need, no, or the author's need. Okay? Next. So the third one in the four sectors or the four divisions of the justification is the proposed approach, no? What is that intervention, no? Alam natin lahat that whenever we do the proposal making, we are aiming for a certain thing to serve it as an intervention, 'di ba? So kagaya po halimbawa sa project natin in education, no? I'm sorry po ha. Education muna yung aking example. In education po, no, what is the intervention program that we need to make in order for the learners, no, to read, 'di ba? Because there are some learners who are struggling, no, in reading, 'di ba? So we need to make a proposal that will serve as an intervention for our learners, 'di ba? So yung ating intervention, hindi lang isa o dalawang bata ang magbe-benefit, but it is for the benefit of the many learners in the whole Philippines or in the whole country, no? So yan po. It must be for the sake of the many beneficiaries. Hindi lang po 50, hindi lang 100 ang dapat na magbe-benefit, no, But if it is just a simple project, no, you can have it 100, di ba? So, malaki na rin po yon. No, 100 beneficiaries, marami na rin yon. For example, you are aiming to propose a feeding program, di ba? So, the feeding program that would alleviate, di ba, the malnourished, no, children, no, in the locality. Okay? So kahit po 50 or 100, that will serve, no, as a good project, no, for the community. 'Di ba? Nakatulong ka po sa maraming kabataan, no? So that is a kind of intervention, 'di ba? That we are talking about. Okay? So the project proposal should describe, no, the strategy. So the intervention is the strategy itself, no, that you want to do or that you want to conduct. Okay, so the strategy chosen for solving the problem and precisely how it will lead to improvement, no? So yan naman po palagi tayo, 'di ba? We are always aiming for improvement by doing the project proposal, no, or by conducting different activities, no, stated in our proposal that is aiming for improvement, no. Wala naman po sigurong proposal o project proposal na nag-i-aim, no, ng negative result, no. Lahat po ng mga project proposal or the program or the CSW, no, in the government ay nag-i-aim ng improvement, no? Lahat po ng proposals na ginagawa natin are aiming for improvement, no? And letter D, we have the implementing organization, okay? So, eto po yung sinong nag-i-implement, 'di ba? Who will implement the activity or the project. So the section should describe the capabilities of your organization by referring to its capacity and previous project record, no? So you have to state the implementing organization, and you have to state also if that implementing organization or department is really capable, or they are really the one responsible in conducting that activity, no? Baka mamaya po trabaho ng iba sinasaklawan nyo, 'di ba? So hindi po pwede 'yon, 'di ba? Mga maminser. Baka mamaya, no? Mag-i-sponsor propose kayo, no, ng pagbili ng weapons, hindi niyo naman 'yun sa cloud, 'di ba? May concerned department or unit na na nakakaalam, no, ng mga bagay na yan. Okay? So let's say for example, magagawa ka ng mga modules, no? Halimbawa, gagawa ka ng modules, no, PNP. Para saan ba yung modules na gagawin mo? Para ba sa mga estudyante or para sa mga BRC, 'di ba? So kung gagawa ka ng modules at para din naman po sa kapakanan ng ating mga recruits or ng ating mga trainees, okay lang, 'di ba? Or isipin po muna natin kung tama ba na tayo ba talaga ang karapat-dapat na gumawa, no, ng mga modules na iyan, for example, o bumili ng mga weapons na iyan. Or halimbawa, bibili kayo ng sasakyan, 'di ba? For your department or for your unit, no? Alamin po natin, I really entitled to do this, no? So ask the question first, no, before doing it for yourself, okay? Kasi little knowledge is dangerous, no? Little knowledge is dangerous, and at the same time baka po ma-touch natin, no, ang kanilang ego, or in other words, ma-bypass natin yung ating mga kasamahan. Di po ba? Baka ma-bypass naman natin sila, kawawa naman. Or hindi naman sa kawawa, kundi magkakaproblema tayo. Di ba? If we tried to bypass them. Okay? So, next. Yan. So, number 6, no? Kasunod po natin, di ba, nung parts, the implementing organization. So, this section should describe the capabilities of your organization by referring to its capacity and previous project record. Yan. Pwede nyo naman pong sundan, di ba, yung mga nakaraan yung project, no? Kasi baka akala nyo obsolete na, or baka kailangan ng follow-up or some updates doon sa ginawa nyong project. So, you need to do another proposal, diba? For the updates, for the follow-up, or to augment, ano po, yung inyong nakaraang activity or nakaraang materials, for example, kasi baka obsolete na, no? So, you need to describe why exactly your organization is the most appropriate to run the project, no? Its connection, sorry for the spelling, its connection to the local community, no? And of course, the constituency behind the organization and what kind of expertise the organization can provide, ano? So, you have to describe, no? Bakit you are capable of doing it, no? Bakit you are entitled to do it? Why it is included in your duties and responsibilities, no? To make this proposal or to make the project. Okay? So, syempre, our aim for sure is for the benefits, no, of the community, of all the stakeholders around us, diba? So, how do we connect to them with this kind of project, diba? So, what are the benefits that they will enjoy with this particular project? Okay? And, bakit bakit mo kailangan gawin ito? No, why do you need to do this? No, why are you really an expert in doing this, 'di ba? Are you really an authority, no, to do this, no? So yun po, no? Let's say for example, you are going to organize some of the stakeholders or some of the youth in the locality, 'di ba? In the community. Why? Bakit kailangan mo silang i-organize? Is it part of your mandate? Is it part of your duties and responsibilities as police officers? Is it part of your uh, scope, 'di ba, of work, no? So something like that. Maaring yes, you are trying to organize the youth in the locality. Bakit? For the purpose of educating them about drug prevention, di ba? So, yes, you are really capable of doing that, or you are really entitled of doing that as police officer, as part of the public safety, di ba? You need, di ba, to orient the people, especially the young ones, no, and the community, di ba? For them, not to engage, no, in any kind of unlawful activities, especially when it comes to drugs, 'di ba? So any drug related activities are not, 'di ba, are not good for our youth or for our children, 'di ba? Or sa lahat ng kabataan, hindi lang sa kabataan, maging sa ating ibang mamamayan, no? Ibang folks, no, in our community. Okay? So those are some of the examples, no, mga maminser. Okay? Next, let us have uh, the number 7. And what is number 7 po? The project aims. Okay? So ito yung goals natin or the purpose natin. Okay? Bakit? A general aim that should explain what the core problem is and why the project is important, no? Example, what the long-term benefits, no, to the target group are, no? Ano yung long-term benefits or long-term? The project purpose that should address the core problem in terms of the benefits to be received by the project beneficiaries or target group as a direct result of your project. And of course, nakalagay po doon ang output or the outcome, no, of your proposal, no? So, what are the benefits, no? Ano ba yung mga benefits or the services or the products that you will deliver to your stakeholders or to your beneficiaries, no? So yun po, those things are included in your project aims. Okay? Next. So, number 8 po is what we call the target group. Okay? So, the target group, define the target group and show how it will benefit from the project, no? So meaning to say, the target group is of course the beneficiaries, no, themselves. Okay, so the project should provide a detailed description of the size and characteristics of the target groups, no? For example, you need to do some orientation, diba? A series of orientations for the young citizens of the community. So, syempre, if this is all about the series, so, ilan, the size, ilan, or how many participants will be the size, no, of your group. So, let's say, for example, 100, no, ages 15 to 20, na, diba? Young people in the community. So, those pertains to the size. And the characteristics, ano yung characteristics? The young people, 'di ba? The young people are those college students, no, for examples ng community, or mga high school students, kasama ang mga high school students. So those are an example of the characteristics of your target groups, no? Or kaya naman po is you're going to provide a livelihood project for the marginalized sector, for example, for the mothers, no? For all the mothers, you need to educate the mothers for them to have an additional income, no? To augment their income, okay? For them to help their families, diba? You need to describe it in the size and the characteristics of your target groups, no? And of course, the direct project beneficiaries. So, sino-sino ba itong mga beneficiaries mo ng iyong project, no? So, it is included na po in the size and characteristics of your target groups. Okay? Number 9, we have now the project implementation. Okay? So, after conducting or after drafting your project proposal, from the different readings of the different concerned person, nagpalipat-lipat na sa iba't ibang departamento, sa iba't ibang bureau, sa iba't ibang assistant secretaries to undersecretaries, no? Ganyan po talaga, no? Ang pag-follow natin o ang paggawa natin ng project proposal. Hindi po yan expect that it will not be approved in an instant, no? That it will be approved easily, 'di ba? Expect that it will gone through a series or a lot of scrutiny, no? A lot of reviews, a lot of comments, suggestions. Then you need to revise it again and again and again, 'di ba? And submit it again. Eventually, no, you will find out that it will be back to you again, return to you again for another revision. No? So, hindi po yan ganun kadali ma-approve. No? Tandaan po natin lahat. So, because it is based on the experience, no? Marami na po tayong experience about the CSW, 'di ba? The writing of the completed staff work, no matter how witty you are, how smart you are in doing and crafting the CSW, it will still need to be revised from time to time, no? Mga ma'am and sir. Okay? Before the project implementation. Siguro, mga after 3 months. Okay? From the submission, from the date of your submission, maybe you are lucky na if it will be approved within 2 months. No? Kung 2 months lang po, masaya na tayo dyan. No? But then, ang certain project po bago ma-approve will take time talaga, no? Baka nga po itong ipopropose natin this week ay ma-approve by August, no? Ganun po 'yan. Ka katindi, no? So it will really gone through a lot of it will really go through a lot of difficulties, no? Challenges. Kaya po, patience is a virtue, no? Just follow what is being asked, no? By the person in authorities, di ba? And you will never go wrong, no? So, kapag naman po ganun, masunurin ka is, you will prove it to yourself that you have done your part, di ba? That it will ease the burden, that it will comfort you, no, because you are in an instrument, 'di ba? You are an instrument in easing or in becoming the lives of the people easy and comfortable. Okay? So, the implementation plan should describe activities and resource allocation in as much detail as possible. It is exceptionally important to provide a good overview of who is going to implement the project's activities as well as when and where, no? So yeah. So during the project implementation, you need to consider who are the frontliners, 'di ba? Who are the technical working group, no? So syempre naka-state na 'yan doon sa inyong plan, naka-state na 'yan doon sa inyong proposal. So you will meet again, 'di ba? You will meet again for the implementation na. Ano po? At dahil magi-implement na kayo, so syempre you will do this in reality. 'Di ba? Lahat ng nasa papel isasagawa nyo na or ikakandak nyo na, no? So importante po 'yun ha, mga ma'am and sir. Kapag na-approve na, you have to implement it. Hindi pwedeng mananatiling nasa papel lang 'yan, no? You have or you need to conduct it. Bakit? Para sa susunod po, mapagkatiwalaan ka ulit ng ating mga sponsoring agency, no? Pag sinabi natin that our participants should be 150, let us make it 150, 'di ba? Huwag po natin gagawing ghost ang ating mga participants. Okay? So, that is very important in the project implementation. Ano po, mga ma'am and sir? Okay? Next. Ayun. Alright, so may question po ba so far? Is there any question, mga ma'am and sir? Before we proceed? Anybody? If you have some question, you may raise your hand, mga ma'am and sir, no? In order for you to be acknowledged, no? Don't worry. I am very willing, ano po, to entertain the questions. Okay? So next po. The implementation plan may be divided into two key elements, okay? So, the activity plan and the resource plan, okay? So, the activity plan sa atin po ito is activity request, no? Activity request and the resource plan or yung ating resources, okay? So, in the government naman po, ay hindi masyado yung ating resource plan. Kasi nga po, before doing the CSW, we already have the resources, no? We already have a definite funding of our project proposal, 'di ba? Kaya itong resource plan po, pwedeng if you are in the government service, pwedeng hindi na natin ito i-consider, pero we need to look at it. We have to always remember the budget, no? Because we will only spend, no, what is in the budget, no? So yun po ang pinaka-importante doon sa ating implementation, no? We need to conduct activities that is in accordance with the budget, okay? So the activity plan should include the specific information and the explanations of each of the planned project activities, okay? So ito na po yung sinasabi ko, you need to have or the considerations of what is really in the budget, no? What are the activities that need to be done, no? And dapat po it is stated in your program matrix or in the activity matrix, no? So the duration of the project should be clearly stated, and kapag po sinabi na that within 1 week you have to do it, then do it within 1 week, no? You need to budget your time, no? And the resources within that span, no? Within that period of time, okay? So with considerable detail on the beginning and the end of the project. No? Pag binigyan po kayo ng if you were only given the allotted time of 3 days, then ipagsiksikan nyo na lang sa 3 days. No? So, just follow the mandates, no, of the person in authority. Okay? Kasi sila po naman ang ating approving authority. So, kung sino yung approving authority natin, so we have to follow them, 'di ba? Baka mawala ng saysay ang ating efforts, no? Ang ating mga proposals na napakaganda pa naman kung ipagwawalang bahala natin, no? Okay, thank you. Next po. In general, two main formats are used to express, pinapawisan, are used to express the activity plan. Okay? So, we have simple table, a simple table. Ito po yung karaniwan nating ginagamit, diba? In tabular form. With columns for activities, sub-activities, task, timing, and the responsibilities of the people in a clear and readily understandable format. Ano po, mga mamin sir? So, number 2, we have the Gantt chart, a universal format for presenting activities in certain times, frames, para pwede pong lahat gamitin natin ito, no? In conducting our activities or in presenting the activities. Okay? So, after the activity plan, we have the resource plan, no? Ito po yung ating budgetary, 'di ba? Requirements. So it should provide information on the means necessary to undertake the project. The cost categories are established at this stage, pero ito po ay ginawa na natin beforehand, no, sa ating proposal, 'di ba? That before the implementation, we already have the cost estimate or the budget estimate, the BE, no? In other words, okay? And of course, at this stage, no, the cost categories are established at this stage in order to aggregate and summarize the cost information for budgeting. Okay? So, we have done this, no, in our proposal. Ano po, mga mamin sir? And then number 10, we have the budget. Okay? The budget is an itemized summary of an organization's expected income and expenses over a specified period of time. Okay? So, nakalagay po ang ating budget estimate alongside with our proposal, with our activity, with our ATC, no, authority to conduct, 'di ba? Authority to conduct na nagtataglay ng ating budget, no? Ano po yung ikakandak natin, saan natin ikakandak, ilan, no, ilang participants, gaano kalaki ang may spent na travel, na pamasahe, na pagkain, no? So those are included in our budget estimates, and including the office supplies. Ano po, kasama po syempre ang ating office supplies. Hindi po mawawala ang ating office supplies, no, mga mamin sir. So included po yan, lahat ng contingency, lahat ng mga logistical requirements kailangan po natin to mention, no? Those things, even kaliit-liitang pangangailangan, 'di ba? Even yung mga paper clips na yan, kailangan po yan, 'di ba? The stapler, yes, we need to include that in our office supplies, no? Kasi kailangan po natin yan, 'di ba? Mga mamin sir. Okay? Next. Okay? So, mga mamin sir, for the continuation, no, monitoring and evaluation, the basis for monitoring is set when the indicators for results are set. The project proposal should indicate how and when the project management team will conduct activities to monitor the project's progress, which methods will be used to monitor and evaluate, and who will do the evaluation. Okay, why is it that monitoring and evaluation are important? Ano po? So, syempre, monitoring if it is aligned with our project objectives, of course, no, to ensure that we are trying to follow, no, what is stated in our proposal, di po ba? In order for us to know the phase or the stages of accomplishment, di ba? And evaluation, of course, if it is in accordance, no, with the specifications, if it is in accordance with what is stated in your budget estimate, with what is the aim and the purpose, no, kung nasusunod ba, if the participants really follow, no, what is stated in your activity plan, no, in the proposal. Okay? So, it is very important. Ano po? And at the same time, hindi lang yun, ano, para malaman po natin talaga kung feasible ba yung ginagawa natin or nai-implement ba ng maayos at hindi nasasayang, no, ang budget natin or ang budget ng gobyerno, 'di ba? So hayaan na po natin kung meron tayong nababalitaan na mga corrupt practices na nagaganap, pero wag lang sa atin manggaling, 'di ba? That's the most important thing, no? Our the values inculcation, or the values and the ethical standard, no, that we have within our personalities, within our personal values, di po ba? We need to maintain that while we are doing a certain project, di ba? While we are conducting a certain project, because it is very important that what we have in our mind is everything for the service of our fellow, na, for the service of our fellow. And that is why the monitoring and evaluation plan or activities are very important, mga maminser. Ano? Kailangan lang po ay maging religious tayo, no? Religiously doing, faithfully discharging our duties and responsibilities. Ano po, mga mama and sir? No, it's okay naman po, no? If from time to time we have the gifts, we have the token of appreciation, okay lang po 'yon, no? Hindi natin kasalanan 'yan kasi we are doing that in good faith, no? We are doing that in good faith, at kasama naman po 'yan sa pagiging isang tao natin, no? Kasama 'yan sa pagiging isang responsible citizen, 'di ba, of our country. Hindi lang pagiging isang responsible citizen, but a responsible police officer of the land. 'Di ba? Hindi biro ang maging isang police officer, because you have different challenges, you have different obstacles, no, that surrounds you. Okay? Pero syempre, kapag naliligaw na ng landas, iba na 'yon, no, mga maminser. Although sinasaluduhan natin, 'di ba, yung ating mga tinuturuan, no, ng mga estudyante para maging isang responsible silang police officer. No, basta nandiyan lang po kayo within the boundaries of your duties and responsibilities, then you will never go wrong. Okay, mga mamin sir. Any question? Any question po? Okay, so if there is none, then we will pause for a break.